our dessert of the month from Jimmy the Baker. But add that to the 900,000 orders placed for these cakes here since he launched here at QVC years and years ago. It's a lot of cakes, right? And why do we love them so much? Because this is their original. This is the crumb cake. It's a pudding formula, and he brings you all that New York quality. Today, you get it at one of the best prices because it's our food of the month. So now, here's what everybody gets. Everybody's gonna get 6 of the cinnamon cakes, no matter what you choose. They all come in these individual packaging, so it's 6 ounces.
Great little individual, just like delights.
Oh yeah, and they're also shareable. You could throw them in the microwave. They heat up so beautifully. And then you get to choose, do you want 6 of the raspberry cakes to go along with it? So you get 12 total. 6 of the brand new eggnog, which is so delicious, or 6 of the gingerbread, which tastes exactly like gingerbread. 5 payments of $8, M89618 is your item number. You can get these immediately, or we can ship them out to you on December 12th. So if you're thinking about holiday gift giving, holiday party, entertaining, we can do that. Let's bring in Jimmy Tanico.
Cannot wait.
AKA Jimmy the Baker, to talk to us all about it. Look at it. What are you doing with that rolling pin, Jimmy?
I'm trying to get the image of you trimming your nose hair out of my retina at the moment. I can't.
Nope, and we're gonna do it again later.
Yep, exactly. All right, so Jimmy, listen, I'm gonna bring this up to the camera so we can get a nice close-up look at this. Talk to me about this, right? Because this right here is the magic that you made.
So soft.
Look at that.
All right, so what you got there is some great baking by my bakers, because what you see there is that bottom layer of pudding cake, then the filling of the makings of our cinnamon roll, then another layer of cake, then the crumb topping. And it's all that layering, all that extra effort that we put into these cakes. Crazy amount of thought went behind this. That's why you've got all the cinnamon marbled throughout the cake. That is a great shot. The cinnamon, by the way, 6.5 ounces. Oh, they're going to show the young Jimmy the Baker just starting out.
Yep.
And then there's the old Jimmy the Baker working at his bench, trying to figure out how to make bar cookies. And then after that, we're looking at making some bread. That's my bench. That's where it all happens. And that's our crumb cake. And you can see the amount of fruit that goes in there. And we bake like we bake by hand, but we also mass produce to meet the demand of the QVC audience. But you can see lots of handwork in these photos here, because I want this to look and taste homemade. And the only way you do that is by lots of handwork. And we balance all that volume with the handwork, so you get what you get.
Okay, I want to let everyone know right away. Cinnamon raspberry is already super popular. These launched Sunday. I think it was over 6,000, now 6,200 spoken for just since Sunday. It's the food of the month. Do not wait on getting this home. That's the raspberry there. So Jimmy, same great cake, raspberry filling.
I need that piece right there.
I don't blame you.
We make our own raspberry jam filling-ish. We're actually taking raspberries with that homemade sugar and starch stuff. We put it in the cake, and you see. And by the way, we were making raspberry today. I was surprised at the amount of raspberry that goes into this cake.
I take a little bite too, just like.
But you see, and we couldn't get raspberries during the pandemic. That we say is 6.5 ounces of cake. We say it's 6.5 ounces, but I think it's bigger than that. I think it's more like 7 ounces,
that
which is almost
raspberry.
half a pound of cake.
Okay, Jimmy, we gotta keep moving, okay? Because eggnog, we gotta get to eggnog. New flavor.
I gotta tell you.
Do you love eggnog? Did you try it yet?
I gotta tell you. I mean, while I was waiting, I'm eating some eggnog. It looks like cinnamon, but it's got a little bit of eggnog flavor. It's got, I shouldn't say a little bit. It's also got a little rum punch tone. When you put a little rum in your eggnog, we got a little rum, we got a little eggnog.
It's like a creaminess to it.
Meets sour cream coffee cake, because that's what that is. The streusel topping, of course, is the New York style. As you can see, we still are layering. You got that cinnamon stripe going through the cake, because that little cinnamon stripe, when you microwave these cakes, 10 seconds, 12 seconds, it's going to bring all the flavors out even more intensely. It's going to bring those cinnamon notes out more intensely. And it's funny because it looks like a smile.
I think the gingerbread's
and then we got to get to gingerbread, because gingerbread, like if you love gingerbread cookies, if you love gingerbread like little loaves, This is that
Even if you don't,
times
you're just gonna love it.
a million, right? It's so delicious. Now that gingerbread, it's not brittle, it's not hard, you know, because
not
sometimes
dry.
gingerbread can
Right,
be
it can
dry.
be.
This is anything but dry. And Jimmy, talk to us about the topping on this too.
So I love Christmas holiday spices, namely cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, a little shot of clove, and molasses. That's where the color's coming from. That's not artificial color, by the way. That is the molasses in the cake,
That is so
like
nice.
you would have in a gingerbread. We pulled back on it because we wanted a gingerbread kind of coffee cake. So we didn't
just
pile
the
the
whole thing.
molasses in.
So good.
Yeah, you got it. It is.
Let me ask you this. So somebody who maybe, like me, who's thinking about this, hasn't done this before. Are these breakfast? Are these after dinner? What are these? Like,
They're
when am I
anytime,
serving these? They're just
anywhere.
all the time, right?
For me, it's after dinner. To be honest with you, I call it my 8 o'clock fix. So when you get these, you stick them right in the freezer. Then I keep one in the fridge, and I pull. Listen, there's probably, if you slice this up, there's 5 or 6 slices in there.
Yeah,
the
you
amount of
can.
servings that you get per cake. I mean, it's a big
Just
piece
to
of
have
cake.
a little,
Remember, it's
just
6.5
taste,
ounces.
a little piece.
So by the way,
Right.
it comes wrapped in this paper. This is how he bakes it, which means that you
In
get
that
soft,
paper.
perfect cake every single time. No seared, no burned edges.
Best part is how moist it is. I mean, you can go places and buy cake at the grocery store. It's
Look
not
at
this moist, and it is the way that it is done. Now, we have a lot of desserts here at QVC.
That's a great one.
and
That's a
this
great
is
one.
our
Feel that
dessert of
cinnamon
the
and
month.
So now here's what's going on.
Yeah.
This, everybody gets the cinnamon. That's the original.
And you get 6 of those.
You get 6 of those. Then you choose, do you want 6 raspberry to go along with it? Well,
do.
if you do not wait because they're going quick. If you want 6 eggnog to go with it, that's the new
you do.
flavor. Run to that flavor, right? Or if you know you want this for the holidays, you want to serve this on Christmas morning, you want to make French toast with it, right? Like do something with that. Put it in the skillet with the eggs and everything. Get the gingerbread. $8 gets it home, and 89618 is your item number. It is such like a loved product from our foodies here at
that's
QVC.
what I was going to say, because
Let-
November is perhaps one of the biggest months of, if not the biggest month of the year here
yeah.
at QVC, and for food, because it's the food month. It's Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
it's Christmas, it's all the holidays. We could only pick one dessert, one, and this is it. Why? More than 900,000 picked up. That's how loved it is since Jimmy started with us here at QVC. So you have got to try this. You have a January 31st, 2023 return policy. You can bill to, ship to this to somebody.
There's no auto delivery on
Give
this.
it to a family.
It's a great gift, by the way. At less than $40, it breaks down to $3 and change per cake. You cannot go to a bakery. You can't go
No.
to your Lots of Bucks and get
How
a
much is it per cake?
6-ounce cake. $3.33.
That's crazy.
It's such a good
and
value.
it easily could
Baked
serve
fresh
4.
and delivered right to your house,
Right.
right? So Jimmy, again, really quickly, when it comes to these cakes, what do we do when we get them home? All right, because that's the most important thing, right? For our experience, they're all fresh baked. They come ambient. Take us away.
I highly recommend that you take, no matter if you want to freeze them or not, put them in the freezer, because after the freeze thaw, they gain more moisture. So the freeze thaw is very kind to this cake. If you keep it in the fridge, it'll last for a week in the fridge. I mean, you could keep it out on the counter. It'll stay fresh for 5 or 6 days. I've just never had anyone call me up and say this went bad. Okay, if you just treat it right. This is the time of the year, by the way, where I walk my floor, and sometimes believe it or not, I pitch in with the people packing, and I see all those bill to, ship tos. I love to read the
do too.
addresses.
I think it's
It's a
wonderful
little
to
silly
send to a
thing.
family that
From
you love.
here to there, I think it's really cool. It's so flattering. You know, you send this. You're putting me in you're putting my cake in your loved one's hand for a holiday, for
For a long
Christmas,
period of
whatever it is. That's a big responsibility.
Jimmy,
That's a
I
big
hear
fight.
us
That's a very-
rewriting the Carpenters' Home for the Holiday song, and instead of Pennsylvania with pumpkin pie, it's like Jimmy the Baker crumb cakes, right? I think we have something there. Listen, we've got over
Yes, I think
1,200
you do.
people placing orders. Thank you so much, Jimmy.
Thank you.
We're gonna see
Great
you a
to
lot
see
this
you.
month. Thank you so much.
And you get
Go Eagles.
Go Eagles, yes. All right, listen, M89618. Everybody gets 6 of the cakes. You choose raspberry, eggnog, or gingerbread. And yeah, speaking of the sweaters.
back at